Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This week I wanted to do my evening skincare routine, just to kind of run through what it's like at the moment. I do change this during seasons, so this is kind of what it's been throughout winter and autumn, so I will be changing it up again with it being spring, but this is how it is at the moment. So the first thing that I do is I pop my hair up in a little bun. I've got loads of hair, it's so thick, so I just like to get it up and out of the way so that it doesn't kind of get all wet and get loads of product in it, because I think it was clean at this point as well, so just get it up and out of the way. So the first thing that I use is the Garnier Micellar Cleansing Water. I pop this on a cotton pad and I remove my eye makeup first. So I go in and do both of my eyes to get rid of any mascara or eyeshadow that I'm wearing, and I then go on and remove my eyebrow makeup. I'm not actually wearing that much today when I'm taking my makeup off, but I've got mascara and things on just because I've been at work, so I like to take that off first and then I go onto my face. I like to make sure that everything's off of my eyes because waking up and still having mascara on is horrible, so I do like to give it a really good thorough clean and try and get everything off there. So I'm not as gentle with my skin as I probably should be. I am trying to get better and be a little bit more gentle when I'm taking my makeup off, but it's one of those things that I just need to kind of get used to doing. On my face, it's not too bad, I can just give it a really good scrub. Now I am in the middle of a breakout, I'm kind of just on the end part of it, so do excuse all the blemishes that are going to be popping through. It's more kind of little bits of scarring rather than blemishes. But I am doing a course of facials at the moment, so it should hopefully start to get better. Oh, so much makeup. So then the next thing that I use is the Body Shop Chamomile. I think it's like the face butter. I am nearly finished with this, but I do have another one to use. So I just get a little bit, pop it on my hands, rub it in, and then I rub it all over my face. I like to just kind of give it a really good scrub. It's really soft and soothing, so I like to really work it into my skin. If my skin looks greasy, then it's doing its job. So I rub that all over my skin, and then finally I just kind of run over my eyes again, just to make sure that I've got all of that makeup off there. And yeah, it just kind of breaks everything else down and cleanses my skin too. I then get my flannel, I put some warm water on just from the tap, and then I just wipe my face to get all of that product off. So just give it a really good wipe, and I make sure that I get all of the product off my eyes again as well, just to make sure that there's nothing left on there. Oh, and then I'm having a little bit of a dance and sing break while I wait for my skin to dry. I don't like doing the next step until my skin's dried off. So I then go on with my toner. I either use the Lizzle, I can't remember what it's called, the Lizzle toner, or I use one of the Nip and Fab pads. I tend to do it alternate days. So today I'm using one of the Nip and Fab Glycolic Fix pads, I think it's called. I use the bobbly side and I just run that all over my face, avoiding my eyes and lip area, but I do like to go over my neck as well and just make sure that it's kind of all over my skin. Then, once that's all dried in and everything, I go in with my serum. I forgot to do a close-up of this, but it's the Soap and Glory serum. I just put a pump and a half on my hands and then I work that into my face and neck just before I put my moisturiser on. So just work it in everywhere and then leave that to kind of settle in a little bit. Then it's time for my eye cream. I use the Kiehl's Creamy Avocado treatment, I think it is. I just pop this under my eyes, I tap it in and then pop it kind of over my eyes as well, just to make sure it's all in. I try not to put it on my lid. I do need to find a good eye cream for my lid actually, because they do get swollen quite often, but I don't like using this one on there. So I pop this on just above my serum, over both eyes, is it the optical bone or something? So I just kind of work that in there to make sure that my eyes are nice and hydrated. Then it's time for what would be moisturiser, but I use one of the Decleon night balms. This is the Neroli night balm, and as you can see I literally need the tiniest amount. So you get that little bit, rub it into your fingers, and then before you put it on your face you're supposed to breathe it in, because of all the essential oils in it, it's supposed to do something. I don't know if it's supposed to like make you calmer or something, but I breathe that in and then I rub that all over my face. It is obviously a balm, it's very thick, but once you rub it into your fingertips, it really like loosens up and it's so nice on the skin. I found that this has really helped clear up my breakouts too. So that's everything that I've now taken off. I've got squeaky clean skin. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next week. Bye!